to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Complete to Tyreek Hill. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 15-yard line.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts take a 3-touchdown lead. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right.
The ball comes out, and the Colts pick it up.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game.
Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
On for the extra point is Folk. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Colts 42, Vikings 14.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Hassan Reddick, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Up the middle, it's Cook. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick six.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his fifth interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyreek Hill, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season.
And the Colts get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Vikings 14.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Third down and 9.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Gets around him. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, They can't always account for individual effort defensively, and this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Mahomes now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here this fourth quarter.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On second down, it's Cook again.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
62 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Going deep here for Allen. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for Minnesota. 55 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Touchdown, Vikings! Keenan Allen from 6 yards away.
And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game, it could very well turn out to be the shocker of the weekend. Not too many expecting them to come in here and win. And they're not just winning, they're dominating. And now trying to finish this one off. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That's swung out wide to Sanders. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Mahomes throwing on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right? The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
19 light. Hurry, hurry.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you're going to take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
The pickup there, 5 yards.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
In motion left goes Allen.
19 tight, 19 tight. Nothing, 19.
Hurts. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.